If you don't know what to do, you won't play here. Are we clear on that? Okay. Last point I want to make. Everybody right now has dreams, don't they, guys? All right, everybody in the NFL, I have a dream of making it in the NFL. I got a dream of winning a Super Bowl. I got a dream of being in a Pro Bowl. I'm really not into dreams anymore, okay? I'm into fucking nightmares. You guys with me on that?
Mosh pit.
You got to end somebody's dream. You got to take their job. You got to take their heart. Are you guys clear about this NFL shit now? We're not trying to go to the Peach Bowl. We're not trying to go to the Gator Bowl or the Bluebonnet Bowl. We're trying to go to the Super Bowl.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song, he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
Just win, baby. I love it. You know, I sit in my office and I just shake. I get so excited.
Raider Nation, what is good, everybody? It's week 9. We got the Chargers, a big division game. These Chargers are no joke. Justin Herbert, man, the kid can play. So I think we're going to see a good game. We're going to jump into the Chargers. We're going to take a look at them a little bit later in the video. I do want to address some news articles that are out. Also, I need to talk about Trent Brown. The big thing about Trent Brown, we all know it by now. He went to the hospital for air in his veins due to a mishap with the IV. Apparently, it was a really scary situation, but he's okay now. He's been released from the hospital, so super glad to see that, man. Air in the veins is no joke. I mean, he could have died, so it's good to see Trent Brown healthy. I do want to say that I think it was a little bit careless from the broadcast team from Sunday's game. They came out and said that Trent Brown's not playing due to an illness. So, you know, in my eyes, that's I'm not feeling good. I'm sick. I got a fever, right? This is not an illness. This was an actual medical emergency. So I don't know if they reported on it without all the information or if they didn't want to release certain information. But as I got my information, it was from the broadcast. They said, hey, Trent Brown's out due to an illness. So I do want to apologize because, obviously this is way worse than, oh, my stomach hurts, I don't want to play. And I did come at Trent Brown last week, so I do apologize to Trent Brown. Am I frustrated with Trent Brown not being on the field? Yes. Did I jump the gun? Yeah, I did. Did I have bad information? Yeah, I did. So, long story short, Trent Brown's okay. My bad. I know it wasn't just me. A lot of Raider fans were upset with Trent Brown last week because we were fed information that led us to believe that he just didn't feel good and didn't want to play. So bottom line, I know I'm not alone in feeling sorry for, how I reacted, and also I'm super thankful that Trent Brown is okay. Now, moving forward on that same note, we haven't seen Trent Brown a lot this year, but a guy who has stepped up majorly in his spot is Denzelle Good, and that guy needs some recognition. He's come in and he's played pretty damn solid, in my opinion, and he's bounced all over the offensive line. He's covered for Trent Brown. He's covering for Richie Incognito right now. So this is a great depth piece for us at offensive line. We should all be super thankful for Denzelle Good right now. He's holding it all together. Sam Young has been iffy. He's been, he started out, looked good at right tackle, ended up getting hurt, so Denzelle Good came in. Denzelle Good looked just as good, if not better. So, credits to Sam Young, too, for stepping in. He's been playing pretty banged up. So everybody talks about, the Raiders starting 5 and how good they are, but this offensive line has some depth, and these guys should be applauded for their efforts. So good job, Denzelle Good. Good job, Sam Young. These guys are holding it all together right now. So can't wait for us to get fully healthy. Trent Brown back, Incognito back. That'll be awesome. But for now, give props to these guys for stepping up. Another guy who I can't wait to get healthy, Damon Arnette. Damon Arnette's going to get a final evaluation on his wrist, see if he's good to go. He might be able to play against the Chargers. That'd be awesome. I can't wait for this kid to get back on the field. I thought he played with some electricity. He played fast. I saw him going sideline to sideline, and he was getting better each week. He might come back and be a little rusty. We might see him get burned a little bit, but he's got to get back into the swing of things, and I'm excited for that. Nevin Lawson has not looked good in his spot, so look, The sooner we get Arnette back, the better, but I want him to be fully healthy. That's all I care about. We don't want to be missing guys. We've missed so many guys. The last 2 rookie classes have been, bad with injuries. We got Brian Edwards has been out. Henry Ruggs was out for a couple weeks. Josh Jacobs missed, 4 games last year. Abram missed the whole season. Arnette, banged up. He went on IR. So, look, at these Raiders rookies of late have struggled with injury. So, I just want them to be fully healthy when they come back. Another guy, Tanner Muse. I know some of you guys were excited to get Tanner Muse back. That's not going to happen. He's going down with a toe surgery. The injury was worse than they thought at first. I'll be honest with you guys, I kind of forgot that he was on the team. I never was too excited for Tanner Muse, and this season's just been crazy so far. So that kind of got put on the back burner in my mind when this, report came out that he was going to miss the season. I was like, oh, forgot about that guy. But look, I am sad that he's going to miss the rest of the season. I would have liked to see him get some reps to see what he's got. This is a guy who is a big question mark on our roster right now. He was already a project type player, and we haven't got to see what he's capable of. He's been out. Now he's going to be out indefinitely for the rest of the year. So we have no idea what we have in Tanner Muse. So I guess we put that one to the side and wait till next year. It's at least with Abram, we kind of knew what we had in him. Tanner Muse is a total question mark. What do you guys think about this whole Tanner Muse situation? Do you think that he was maybe a piece that could have helped this defense go forward? Or were you kind of like me, you forgot that he was even around? Let's talk about it, because this one kind of intrigues me, especially with how bad the defense has been. Could Tanner Muse have been a guy to, really help out on that defense? I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know. Okay, moving on. So trade deadline passed. The Raiders made no moves at all. I don't think the Raiders even tried to go get anybody. I didn't hear any rumblings of a trade. I didn't hear any interest from any parties for any players. So, look, looks like Gruden and Mayock are happy with what they have right now. The Raiders are 4-3 going into the easier part of their schedule. And, who knows what happens this year. Maybe the Raiders find the success that they're looking for and they go and continue to build on the young guys. So bottom line, I'm putting my trust in Mayock and I'm putting my trust in Gruden. I think they've built a good team so far. I like where this team is at. There's only a few things that, nag me. I'd like to see a safety. I'd like to see that defense reworked a little bit. Maybe coaching is the issue there. We've talked about all that. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. But for the most part, I like where this team is at. And I know a lot of Raider fans do too. So trade deadline's passed. Nothing happened. We're moving on. Second half of our season coming up. And after the Week 8 win, the Raiders have a 52% chance of making the playoffs. Now, this percentage comes from 538.com. The big thing is the win over the Browns gives them a tiebreaker for a potential wild card. Now, none of this means jack squat if the Raiders don't go out and win some games. Right now, the wild card picture is Ravens, Colts, and Browns. So all those teams have potential of going out and winning games. So the Raiders have got to find a way to squeeze into that 7 or that 6 spot, in my opinion. I don't think the Ravens are going to falter that much. The Colts look pretty good this year. And, the Browns have been the Browns. We don't really know what's going to happen with the Browns. So that's where it really helps us get into that 7th spot with the tiebreaker that we got last week against the Browns. All right, now that's enough hypothetical playoff talk. Like I said, none of this means nothing right now. We got to go focus on the game in front of us, and that's the Chargers. Now, interestingly enough, I had us sitting at 4-3 in my original prediction for the year. Granted, I got some games wrong. I thought we were going to beat the Patriots. I thought we were going to lose to the Kansas City Chiefs. So those two I got wrong, but hey, we're still sitting at 4-3. So far, numbers-wise, my prediction has been right. I have the Raiders winning the next 2 games and then losing one to the Chiefs. These next 3 games are going to be really important in setting the tone for the playoff push in the AFC West and as well as the wild card. So hopefully the Raiders can muster up a nice little 3-game sweep here and then head into, the last 6 games with a really good setup. We'll see what happens. It's a divisional games. It's always going to be gnarly, but let's just take things one game at a time. This week we got the Chargers in LA. Now, the Chargers are sitting at a, pretty bad looking 2-5, but they've played some games that were really close, and they've hung in there with really good teams that the Raiders have beaten and also have lost to. You look at the Kansas City Chiefs, took them to overtime, lost by 3 50-yard field goals in a row from Harrison Butker or whatever with all the penalty and icing the kicker and all that. Butker was money. Beat him with the leg. But they took that game to OT. They lost a shootout to the Bucks, put up 31 points on them. They lost an OT game to New Orleans. So, they've beaten the Jaguars, they've beaten the Bengals, not very good opponents there. They were in position to beat the Broncos last week, but they blew a 21-point lead. So this team's kind of there, it's kind of not. Justin Herbert looks pretty good, man. For all the hate that Herbert got in the offseason from Raiders fans saying, "Oh, I definitely don't want Herbert." Herbert looks good, man. I wouldn't have been mad if the Raiders took him and he performed like that. I didn't want to take a quarterback regardless, but there was obviously talks about it. So I'm impressed with Justin Herbert. A lot of people are, and he's a weapon. So you can't sleep on this kid. He has a gun, man. He slings a laser down the field 50 yards easy, and that thing is on a rope. So I'm excited to see the kid play. I think he's got a lot of potential. So the Raiders defense got to be on their toes because this offense can score some points. One thing I want to note about the Chargers is their points for and points against spread. Their points for is 179, points against 185. They're 17th out of 32 in points scored, and they're 19th out of 32 in points allowed. So not even run-of-the-mill, really. They're kind of back half of that, median area. So I look for this Raiders team to put up some points. I think it could be a little bit of a shootout. We expected one last week, but, weather obviously prevailed. I think this week might be the shootout that we were expecting last week. If you look at the screen, I've got the scores highlighted that Chargers opponents put up on them. They've given up games of 45 points, 36 points, 32, 30, 30, 24, and then a 6 spot against the Browns, which the Raiders did last week as well. So this defense can give up some points, and we know that the Raiders offense can go out and score some points. This defense still has a lot of talent on it. They've got a good pass rush, so Raiders offensive line got to go out there and play well. I think if the pass protection can hold up, Derek should have time to throw, and I think he can beat that secondary. They don't have Derwin James. He's out for the year, and like you see here on the screen, they've given up points. I think Derek can go out and beat these guys, and I think Josh Jacobs can have a big day. If he goes out there and the run game's flowing, anything is possible for this offense. We're going to LA. It's going to be great weather. I think the Raiders are going to go out, score 35 points. Defense will give up 28. I got the Raiders winning 35-28 this week. This is a big win, big divisional win. Set the tone for the next 2 games after. We got the Broncos and then the Chiefs. And, let's start dominating in the division here. It starts with the Chargers. I hope to see this defense just get after it, man. We saw it last year. The defense stepped up against the Chargers. They played with their hair on fire. So let's see. Let's see if we can make, Justin Herbert make some mistakes. He's thrown some picks. He's got 5 picks in 6 games. So he's definitely capable of throwing an interception. Let's see if our guys can go out and make a play. Bottom line, Raiders are winning this week. No doubt in my mind. I want to take a quick look at the injury report, and then we're going to get out of here. I've tried to wait as long as I can for Thursday's report to come out. I only have Wednesdays right now, so I'm sorry about that. Things might get updated, but there are a lot of guys that aren't practicing right now. Jonathan Abram, Trent Brown out for illness on Wednesday. Jeff Heath did not practice, hip. Rodney Hudson, not injury related, he'll be fine. Maurice Hurst had an ankle, didn't practice. Gabe Jackson, light practice. Arden Key, Colton Miller, no practice. So some guys are banged up right now. It tends to get better as the week goes on, but I don't have any more information as of right now. I'm assuming that most of these guys are going to be okay. The illness for Jonathan Abram concerns me because I haven't heard anything about that yet. But keep your eye on the injury report this week. I think it'll clear up, and I think most guys will be okay and ready to go. But hey, that's about it, guys. I'm going to get out of here. I got some things to do with the family. Going to wrap this one up. And I'll catch you guys after the game on Sunday with my reaction. Peace out. Much love, Raider Nation. Till next time.